stuck on you. Whoa, whoa, stuck like glue. You and me, baby, we're stuck like glue. Whoa, whoa, stuck like glue. You and me, baby, we're stuck like glue.
We'll just go back because we're back on it. It's a little weird. We're in a, if it sounds echoey, we're in a library pod.
Best place to have a podcast, in a library.
If you want to know what kind of pod we're in, if you're a wrestling fan, it's like Elimination Chamber pods. That's what we're in right now.
If you're not, it's just a glass circle.
People can see us. They're probably like, what are these
we
jabronis doing?
It's very transparent, looking at the laptop, talking.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like people can hear us to an extent, but whatever. We can hear this guy over here.
Captain 70s.
Culture Livers, Captain 70s.
Oh, yes.
But yeah, this is kind of just like a new free swinging, free dick swinging podcast.
Podcast, yeah. So we talk about nothing and everything.
Yeah. Just kind of like a good way to, it's Thursday, so we're over the hump, but, we're not quite done yet. We just want to spew some stuff, get some stuff off our chest. Just kind of talk.
What's been on our minds this week? It's been a crazy week.
Yeah, there's been some crazy stuff in like movies and things like that. Did you see Deadpool 2 yet?
I haven't, but I've heard great things. I've heard it's meant to be really good, but less jokes in the first one or something, but more of a story. I've heard.
I saw some guy did a review saying that it was fun but safe. And I didn't click it, but I don't know what he meant by that. It's also Steven Crowder. That guy's very like right wing. He probably like if they held back just an inch, he'd probably rip it apart. But I don't know. Yeah, I've been meaning to see it.
Oh, you haven't seen it even?
No.
Okay. So we both don't know what to talk about this subject.
I've heard some like about like the post credit scenes and like time traveling and characters that show up. And
yeah, very. The first one did like very wink, wink, nudge, nudge kind of humor.
I think it's even more. Apparently, he kills Green Lantern or something.
Oh yeah,
or the kids version of Green Lantern.
Because they always post these like, oh, these are spoilers without context and these memes, and there's like the Childish Gambino, "This is America," and then you see like Deadpool with the gun being Donald Glover.
I just saw that today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't put two and two together.
No, exactly. They always do this. Oh, spoilers without context, like you can't figure it out. Like,
it's only really a spoiler if you dig into it.
You can just kind of guess. You can tell.
Oh, I see what you're saying. It's spoiler context, but it's still a spoiler. Oh, you're on the side of it's still a spoiler.
Yes.
I thought you were saying like it doesn't have context.
Oh no, it's a spoiler at the end of the day, and I haven't seen Infinity War yet, and it's been out for a month now. Yeah, it was impossible. And you have all these posts being like, "Oh, let's not put any spoilers out. Don't ruin it for people who haven't seen it yet. Don't ruin it." The second day of it comes out, people are like, "Oh, this happens. This character dies. Oh, this," and it just no rules apparently. So if you don't see it on the first day, you're gonna get it spoiled for you.
Well, yeah, people are just assholes for that purpose. They do it just for the sake of doing it.
Yeah, exactly. Like you see it, and you're like, but then when you do see something that your friend hasn't seen it yet. It is kind of like that power you have over it. You're not going to use it, but you have it in your back pocket if you want to.
It's true. If they don't shut up, you can be like, "I'll tell you what happened in Infinity War."
Exactly. If you keep acting up, I will tell you, and you will cry.
You won't go see the movie because you know what happened.
Yeah.
No, yes, but I found it too. Like with spoilers, I think we're getting a little too intense with them.
Yes.
What's the funny one I was looking at? When people talk about spoilers, they'll do a whole podcast about it, and it's like in the title, it'll be like spoiler review, and then before they start, they go spoiler, and then midway through it, they'll be like, "Oh, spoiler."
Yeah.
It's like, already we fucking
we get the point now. But what I know annoys me is like it says spoilers. This is what happens on Game of Thrones all the time.
Oh, like, this character dies.
Yeah, and then in the thumbnail they'll have two characters. There's going to be one of those two characters, so you already know who it's going to be. It's like when you see like recently today the Arrested Development news came out, and they're like, the Arrested Development stars caught in the Her Too scandal, and they put the stars, Me Too scandal, and then they put the people up there, and you're like, I wonder who it could be. It's just I don't know, it's very different.
I didn't see who was it.
Oh, so basically Jeffrey Tambor allegedly verbally assaulted Jessica Walton on the set of Arrested Development, and everyone else, like Will Arnett, Jason Bateman, all played it down. And then
I'm sure it probably was played down.
She got very, very upset about that as well.
Did they say what he said?
No, it hasn't been. I don't think it's been. Maybe it has. I haven't seen it yet, but it hasn't been revealed what was said, but apparently he was very degrading to her, and then she said, like, this never happened to any other set, even though Jason Bateman was like, oh, this happens, it's a TV set, it happens. But, you know, which I think has been further discredited with all the other accusations at Jeffrey Tambor recently, right? So, to some extent.
I don't know, I don't really follow too much of it.
Oh, yeah,
I know that he does the whole, I know the whole thing with like how he's intransparent, but then he might have made like transphobic jokes or some shit.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah. It's kind of ironic. I didn't expect that. He's one of the ones that, you know, like, really? Yeah?
It's a TV show. You just got to roll. Like, you think that's his lifestyle? It's like,
no.
ready for this role.
No, I mean, he didn't seem like that kind of guy who would. He just seems like a respectable gentleman, and you hear all this stuff come out like, oh, really? Him?
I don't know. It's also the context and the situation when it happened. Like, obviously, you don't want to downplay anything, but I'm sure you never know in the context of what happened. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know. Yeah. I was listening to one interesting thing on that note is Conan O'Brien was on a podcast with some other girl, and who the fuck? I can't remember who the other guy was, but it was one of the writers on his show. They were pretty popular guys, but she was saying I'll probably screw this up breaking it down, but basically they were like, what do you think? Like in a writer's room, do you think that you should be able to say whatever you want and like just throw any idea out, and it's like, you know, like, don't be worried about saying something, or do you think like you should hold it back and you should like make sure your idea is good and then throw it out?
Okay.
And in her mind, she was like, oh, I think you should be able to say whatever you want. So okay, but I also think that you should be sensitive to other people's feelings, and if you know it's going to offend them, don't say it.
Okay.
And then the guy's like, well, okay, wait, backtrack. Like that's not what I meant at all. It's like I meant like, do you think people should just free range throw ideas out, like joke, or should it be like, okay, I have a joke, but I'm gonna like make sure I have a well crafted joke before.
Yeah, not like a negatively distasteful.
So she completely like just, it was like backtrack. It was like, you say whatever you want, but just don't offend people.
Yeah.
And then Conan was like, I think in a writer's room you should keep it to where you literally say whatever you want. Shit, where it's like if it was transcribed and released, like these people, you'd be in jail. Or, like you'd be considered the worst people ever because you say the worst things because it's supposed to be a space where like creativity flows from just saying such fucked up shit.
Yeah, and it doesn't necessarily mean anything, but
no, you're just saying like you just throw it out there and you just get thrown out there, and it's all about just like spewing ideas from other ideas. Somebody says something so fucked up that you go, oh my god, that's crazy, but what if we said it in this way instead, and you get a really good joke out of it.
But sometimes that's the thing. Like, sometimes if you make a bad joke, oh actually, but there's something in where you were going, or like, that's so bad that let's try and do the opposite. Let's take away from it. So I think sometimes the bad stuff, or bad jokes and comments, or whatever, not necessarily the negative ones like racist or whatever, sexist, whatever, but anything that's just like a joke you don't think is that strong, you just throw it out there.
Well, I think if it's in the context of like you're just saying this as meant to be a joke in this room, I think it's fine. Because it's a confined space, right? It's different like if you're a comedian, you go on stage and you say this shit and you're trying to be funny, but you're still just being plainly racist.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a different environment.
Yeah, when you're like, oh, look at me, like I can say outlandish things, like just to get shock laughs, but it's not. I don't know. I hate that style of comedy.
That was all I saw at an open mic night on Friday.
Oh, really?
It was just non-stop, like people just trying to say shit that was just offensive and racist and over the top. And I was just like, oh my god, like.
Yeah,
this
is
like,
brutal. If you say like that's the thing, because like comedy these days, again, like it's getting further and further out there, so you have to be more and more extreme now to like get a laugh because everyone's heard it all before now.
One guy though went, so I was thinking about it, and you know what? I don't think Hitler was that bad of a guy. Like, really, what did he do? He didn't do anything that bad. Anyway, so I was also thinking about this, and that was it. That was all he said. That's not even a joke.
No, like go with someone.
Yeah.
Like,
but he was just trying to just get you to be like, oh yeah, I think Hitler's all right, blah blah blah. It's like, oh my god.
Yeah, no,
missing the point. Of
make a joke. Yeah, exactly. Like if you can just completely like make fun of yourself for even doing it, but just like do something with it. Don't just leave it like a stale fart. Like,
well, one guy went up, and I think he was like Puerto Rican or something. But he goes like, I was thinking about, you know what, like white people, like white color is just better. It's like it's just better because like think about it, like white toast. You know, if you get white bread, it's good. Black bread, it's bad. You throw it out. So he's come here, and people are like, okay, whatever. And he's like,
right.
And other things, and also there's these two black guys on the road. Like, no, you're not saying anymore. You're dumb. Like you're not saying. No. And the guy's like, I can, all right. I'm brown. I'm allowed to. And they're like, what? He said a few more. They were just brutal. And that was it. Yeah, it was quite the experience.
Yeah, well, have you heard the news about Kendrick Lamar? Like the fan came on stage and she rapped the.
That's just. I feel like he was. It honestly feels like he was doing it just to goat somebody into saying it. Because he brought a bunch of people up that weren't black, a bunch of white people. And she was the only one who said it.
I mean, I don't necessarily agree with her saying it, but the fact that, yeah, I agree with the point of what you're saying, that he brought her on to sing a song with that word that's used a bunch of times. Like, I'm not saying that she should have said it, but it just feel like I don't know.
Just pick a different verse, pick a song, like, or, like, it just seemed like, obviously I'm not saying he did it on purpose.
No.
But it's like, what do you expect? At some point, somebody's going to say it. Because that's the context. But I think it was Travis Scott was in Toronto or something, and he did the same thing, and he embraced it, and he was like, I think this is awesome. He's like, like, before people would have never imagined that this word could be used. Like, the people who made that word never imagined in a million years that we'd be saying it together in this context. So he, like, use it as a way to, like, bring people together.
It's an interesting way to look at it. Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. It's music. It's definitely a way to, like, kind of take the negativity out of that word. It's definitely a way to kind of, like, make it lose some less power. So, like, there's always going to be hate to it, but if you kind of make it, like, embracing, like, I don't know.
Which is it's a nice hobby, it's a minefield. And
definitely something two white guys can't do.
No, exactly. Yeah. It's not something we can solve, or you have a point in this podcast, really. Yeah. So maybe we should quickly.
No, we're just talking. We're just talking, bro.
Yeah. But talking of controversy. Keeping on this subject.
It's a good podcast already.
Yeah, I know. We're going for every possible subject. Yeah, we're just playing in deep water. But no,
we're just scratching the surface. We're just getting close, but we're not completely jumping.
Until one of us just makes a horribly distasteful joke. But no, like the whole Simpsons debacle with the Apu scandal, right? Like, Matt Groening says, like, he made that one statement pretty much, and that I'm not going to talk about it again. But he was like, well, this was, at the time, was appreciated, and now it's a couple decades later, and people have an issue.
Well, that's the thing, like, that show has been on for so long that it kind of has, like, usually shows either are during that time or in that area where, like, that was kind of accepted, and then shows are made nowadays where it's not. But they became, so it's like, do they evolve or do they not? It's weird, like, they were, like, completely... they're in both parts of it. So what do? Do you change it? Do you not? Do you keep going with it? I think The Simpsons suck right now anyways, so who cares?
It's true.
Like, who's still watching The Simpsons to care about what else
not the new
saying.
ones, yeah, that's true. It's a good point. This is an unfortunate point, but it's a
But that's the
point.
thing, are people saying, like, they need to change it now, or are they saying, like, should they go back and completely change, like, the voiceover for everything?
I don't think
because that should be what it
is,
right?
It's not even that, it's not even, I don't think that's Hank Azaria playing Apu, it's the fact that he's the stereotypical character.
But then you also have Bumblebee Man, and you also have Krusty, and you also have Groundskeeper Willie.
Well, it always plays in stereotypes. Like, the English people have the stereotype of bad teeth, which like Australians have, like, I can't even think of them. One on the top of my head. But,
well, they completely shit on Australia in that one episode.
Yeah.
Okay. No, they attacked everything. It was just...
They do. It's just the fact that he's a recurring character is where the problems.
But so is Krusty.
Lie.
Krusty, I don't know. Krusty, they're pretty.
Why was
being
Krusty?
Jewish? The Jewish aspect of it, I think. I don't know. I didn't look too much into it. I'm just regurgitating what somebody wrote. Well, Groundskeeper Willie.
Scottish, yeah, I suppose.
They,
not actually Scottish, but
they shit on him pretty hard.
I thought he always wears a kilt, I suppose. But, yeah, I mean, could they now just? I mean, Hank Azaria said he would step aside. I think they did. I think the Simpsons just end. I think they're just trying to, like, crawl their way to season 30 and then just end on season 30. Or they are now 28. I think
they either just finished 28 or they just finished 29.
Yeah, I think they're just trying to crawl their way to season 30, call it a day then, which I think is the only way they tend to Simpsons.
At this point, if they were to just change the voice, who cares?
No, exactly.
I don't care. And second, or they could just get rid of the character. Like, is he that important? I haven't watched him in a while. He's not that important as a character.
No.
It's not like they were like, we're going to get rid of, like, one of the main ones.
That's it, though. Like, the thing is, like, times do change, society does change. What was acceptable then is not always acceptable now.
That's just the problem. The show has been around.
Exactly, it's been so long. We come, like, with friends right now, like, stuff that would be in well, when we grew up, it was like no issue. With most jokes now, you hear people rewatching it and being like, "Oh my god, that's homophobic," or it's sexist or something. Like, I mean, you always got to take it in reference or context, but
go back even further. Look how horrible those other shows were.
Yeah,
like shows back in the 50s and shit. Like, oh my god.
Yep.
Like it's we're just like, yeah, it was the times, right?
Disney.
Even like How I Met Your Mother. I think I'm watching that. Like that shows like Barney is one of those characters where it's like
that show aged so badly so quickly, and it wasn't even like not taking into account the ending where people like argue about if it's good or not. I know you disagree that you think it's good. I didn't like the ending.
I get the idea that a show should evolve, but it makes sense. That entire show is about telling about Robin.
But yeah, okay.
Like they even say in the show, they're like, you told us an entire story, and Mom's not even in it.
Yeah, that's a different point for a different day.
I also want to say too, though, it's really awkward when they say like, "You're in love with Aunt Robin, go be with Aunt Robin." Don't call if you want your dad to hook up with a girl, don't call her Aunt Robin.
Yeah, it's a little bit creepy. But like, I mean, from that show aged so badly, and like as you said, like Barney, who was probably like one of the shining lights of the show, is now you ever rewatch it, it's like that's just creepy. You can pass.
Oh,
and that's in another space of like 10 years.
Some of the shit he says for sure.
But I think like his stock has definitely worsened. But the fact that Neil Patrick Harris, you can just about escape with like.
Yeah, I could see it. He kind of, well, like the thing is, like he pulls it off in a way where it's like that character. It just feels like anybody else playing that character is super creepy. Like imagine if like you just put Joey there in that show in that context. It's like Joey's wearing suits. Like it's that character. He's saying that shit. I don't think it would work the same as like. Patrick Harris just kind of pulls it off, like the charisma he has and shit. It just you go with it.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think it's really Neil Patrick Harris' performance. Like anybody else, kind of.
So it always stemmed from the Harold and Kumar performance, right?
Harold and Kumar is even creepier. It's crazy.
Exactly.
That's the point.
They play on it as well. The third one, it's like all just an act.
Oh my god, yeah.
But I think How I Met Your Mother has just aged really bad. I think like it's gone from being like definitely like a powerhouse in comedy to being like.
I've been rewatching it and I still love it.
Really?
Seasons 1 to 4 are amazing. 5 starts off great, ends kind of bad. 6 and 7 suck. 7 and 8 are good. Wait, 8 and 9, sorry, are not funny, but they're just like well told story overall. Like season 9 was like pretty good.
I just lost interest after season 5. It just kind of rapidly started to decline.
Well, that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. 6 and 7 sucked.
Yeah,
but I have a hard time dropping a show. I like watching shows.
It overstayed its welcome for sure, but yeah, it's not like Big Bang Theory, which really should have ended seasons upon seasons.
Oh, and also Big Bang Theory gets away with shit too. Then it's like, ugh, can't stand that show.
No, it doesn't tell any jokes.
No, I watched it the one day and it was like, it's literally anytime a character said something, they just make it like a joke. It's like they said something really smart, ha ha ha.
Yeah, exactly. Things that seem funny, but they're actually not.
That's the thing. Like, if you rewatch, I remember when I first discovered it, like the first season, like it was a good show and it was pretty funny. Like I'll have to rewatch it, but like I feel like it was actually funny. And then they kind of
right first. I liked it.
It was like it's changed from like now it's just like they say like really like long-winded big words and it's funny. Back then it was like it was part of the joke and it kind of worked.
I think that also the character of Sheldon just kind of
that's the worst character ever created in the like he should have no friends. There's not one redeeming quality about that character.
I think he was fun. I think he worked and he was. I disagree. There's not one redeeming quality.
What's his redeeming quality? He's an asshole to all of his friends. He demeans all of his friends. He doesn't like. He's not like Michael Scott where he does something like a dick move and then he realizes he's made a dick move and he tries to fix it in his own way.
I think there is human empathy.
He's an asshole. He's an asshole.
Yeah. No, I think there is, but I'm not.
Name one situation. No, I'm just kidding. But no, like that character, I hate that character. Like he's one of the worst characters ever in TV. He's Eric Cartman, and even Eric Cartman has some empathy to him.
Yeah, you can see he's.
Eric Cartman doesn't have any empathy.
I think like eventually when they kind of.
They've made him more now.
Exactly. When they're like, he's obviously got like parent issues.
But I guarantee you, like this whole thing with like Eric Cartman being more of like the soft side of the character, like he's like more of the reasonable one now. I can see like all of a sudden they just reveal where it's like it's just been one big plan.
That's what I was waiting for. Is that eventually he's kind of like, okay, no, he's going to revert to being. But I kind of stopped watching it. I kind of lost interest pretty quick. Like, I don't know. It just that one's a show. It seems to lost direction of what made it appealing, or the fact that they just kind of made it on the spot. So it's very topical, very quick, very fast.
You can only do that for so long.
Yeah, now it just feels like they're missing out on so much more material that they could have done. And,
Well, it also feels like when you go topical like that, you gotta hope that there's something to talk about every week.
Yeah.
And when the only thing to talk about is like Trump.
It's too easy.
You gotta know where to go.
Yeah.
And you can't just do every episode about Trump, right?
No, which is basically what SNL is.
No, SNL, Seth Meyers, like, I cannot watch. John Oliver, I stopped watching Last Week Tonight because every opening, the first 10 minutes, he just talked about Trump.
I still like Last Week Tonight, but
I haven't watched it in a long time. Not like I still think it's funny, but it was just like I can't every fucking week. It's like every episode, I get it. He sucks.
Yeah.
Get over it.
That's the thing. We just become so desensitized to it all now. It's just weird. Like, honestly,
Well, then,
Trump
like-
says something like, "Oh, did he?"
Well, and then it's like, and the thing he says isn't even as bad in context of other things, or it's not even like, it's not even fact checked, or it's like you didn't like half the time you see memes on Facebook, you have to double check to make sure it's an actual thing he said. Because it's like
Honestly, it
that's out
could
of
be.
context, like,
Yeah.
somebody could have just said something random, like just posted it.
And he does the dumbest, worst things. But,
Oh, he's a
terrible
he's a bad
person in
person.
prison. But like at this point, it's just like, oh, he's become so desensitized. I was just sick of it. I was funny like at first.
Yeah.
I was like the jokes come like first went out of hand, and now it's just got so sickening. And then people just do the impression and everything. It's like, oh, that's got boring too, and 'cause that's just like something they know people are going to keep watching.
Yeah.
Because even though we took 20 minutes to talk about Trump before he came up, he's still going to come up. That's the thing. He's still always in the zeitgeist. You cannot escape him.
Which is exactly what he wanted.
Exactly.
He won.
It's either like Trump, like you go on Facebook, it's either Trump or the Avengers. It's one of the two. And I'm sick of them both. I really am.
I'm not. I could listen about Avengers shit all
I
day.
can't.
So many theories and shit. I love
I'm
it.
so bored of it.
You haven't seen the movie though.
I haven't, but I feel like I have. I feel like I've seen it 2-3 times because I've heard everything that happens.
Speaking of seeing too many things, apparently the new trailer for Skyscraper dropped and it reveals the whole movie, so I haven't watched that.
Yeah, I heard about. I haven't seen it either.
Have you seen the first trailer?
I did.
For anybody who hasn't seen Skyscraper, is the movie with The Rock,
Hmm.
where he plays a former Marine who lost his leg,
Yeah.
and it's basically Die Hard, but he only has one leg. It's gonna be the greatest thing.
Well,
ever.
I think this is the future of film. Someone was saying it's just like let's remake a classic and then just put The Rock in.
Well, it's not essentially. It's not really a Die Hard.
It's not Die Hard. Like it's not like
No.
Game Over Man, which is just their
even
parody of Die Hard. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
to
true.
an extent, yeah.
But like, this is
You
like,
didn't even watch the whole movie.
No, I couldn't get through it. But like with Skyscraper, it's like it's that tone. It's kind of set that very claustrophobic setting, but in more like 21st century age.
It's got The Rock.
That's got The Rock. Yes.
Oh man, it's gonna be so good. Hopefully, it's better than Rampage. Rampage sucked.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I haven't seen that yet. But I've heard.
I know if I was like 12, I would have loved Rampage.
Yeah.
But now, like, this is terrible. Except for the end when he fights the giant lizard thing by himself. It's amazing.
It sounds amazing. to be honest.
You're so convinced that you're like, no, The Rock could actually beat this character. And he does.
Probably.
He essentially beats it single-handedly. It's amazing.
I'm like, how does The Rock have so much time to do these? Like, he's got Ballers, he's still doing that. He's like 1,000 films. He still comes into wrestle now and then. He's constantly on Instagram doing stuff. He's always on like talk shows or stuff. He's always on it somehow. He's number one in the news. That's Trump and the Avengers. It's The Rock. You can't escape him either. It's just that work ethic. Like, even if you're not a fan of his acting or whatever else, the fact he's a very business savvy, very clever. He's got an insane work ethic.
Oh my god, man, he's non-stop. Like, I don't think he ever
He used to
he sleeps like 2-3 hours a day.
And then he was also talking about like his pond he keeps at home and how much like care and attention he has to give to that because it's got some special kind of carpet in it. I'm like, how the hell do you manage to keep that? How?
And he's got wife and kids.
I'm pretty sure he's like the time thingy from Harry Potter where he can just like keep doing it and then just like
That
somehow and it'll work out. I think
or he has that machine from Prestige where there's actually like 20 different rocks. He just cloned himself like 20 times.
That too. Like it's like he just got to his optimal size and then cloned himself.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, like maybe he has like a really short life cycle, and he just regenerates.
He just goes home and like crumples to the ground.
Yeah,
and then
just
flowers.
like a
throws back up.
phoenix.
Yeah, that's how he sleeps.
Yeah, just like
Just dies.
rises again.
Oh man, I can see it.
I could see it too. That's the worrying thing. Like, there must be something supernatural about that guy. It's like Keanu Reeves. Hasn't aged.
Yeah, Keanu. The
There's
beauty. You know what it is? It's the Canadian blood in them. The Rock's got Canadian blood.
That's true. Spain's
His
why
daddy is Canadian.
That's true. Spain's why Ryan Gosling's so good looking. He is like the fountain of youth.
He is a very attractive man.
Canada has a lot of attractive men, but I think we're really on a weird subject.
Ryan
Tangent.
Reynolds, Ryan Gosling.
It's two.
Yeah, they're either really
It's
attractive
just
or really
the right.
funny.
Yeah.
Jim Carrey, Mike Myers,
Seth Rogen,
Michael Cera, Will Arnett,
Jay Baruchel.
Jay Baruchel.
I think Will Arnett can rock both. Not like Ryan Gosling, Ryan Reynolds attractive.
Nah, I don't see it.
No. He's kind of got some charm about him. We really like so where we're going with this now.
Yeah, this podcast is all over the place.
Yeah, it is, but it's just
It's fun. I think we should definitely at some point try to camera down at least a few things to talk about. But
yeah. So, what movie are you looking forward to the most this year? And what movie so far, Davis made 2018, has been the best this year?
to say looking forward to, it's hard because I can't remember which movies are coming out in 2018.
It's true.
And honestly, I feel like I already saw it. I feel like it was Infinity War. I was
That's
like,
your
jazzed up to see that one. Anything left? I don't know what else is. Skyscraper. Pretty pumped to see that. It's definitely on top of that list.
New Star Wars Solo.
I don't care. I'm not Star Wars.
No, you're not really.
I'll go see it. I'm sure it's
Yeah,
fun,
I'm just saying, I was going to see it. but
I've seen
not
all the Star Wars. Like I saw
Yeah.
Last Jedi and shit, but I just don't care about it as much as like the Avengers movies.
Fair. I'm not too excited for it either, to be fair. I'm
Definitely Infinity War is the one I was most excited to see, and I saw it definitely lived up to the expectations, lived up to the hype. I wouldn't even go see it again because there's so much to like, pack into it, and at the moment you're watching, you're just kind of like, for me, just taking it in, you're kind of like not fully in the moment because you're also just like, holy shit, I can't believe this is happening.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was amazing. I loved it. It's definitely one too where it's you could watch it not knowing anything and still
good.
get something out of it. Because there's still a lot of humor. It's basically, that's the thing. It's not about the Avengers. It's about Thanos. So you're basically just watching a character for the first time that everybody's watched for the first time.
Yeah,
we don't know as
snippets
Marvel
of it.
fans. You saw a bit of them in Guardians, and you saw him like the end of Ultron. You saw him
Is that
for a second. Yeah, Age of Ultron. You saw him at the end. He grabs the gauntlet.
I thought that was the first one.
No. The first Avengers, it's just him. Like somebody's talking to him. He just like turns his head.
Oh, yeah.
It's not even Josh Brolin doing that.
No, it wasn't for that. Oh, yeah.
I think Age of Ultron he was.
Yeah, he's got progressively less purple as the
Oh
films
man,
go
the
on. So
like the CGI and everything for that is like spot on for him. Like you can see Josh Brolin.
It's weird, isn't it? You can see Josh Brolin.
You can see 100%, and like it really lets him act. Like when he starts, like if he like sheds a tear or something, like you can actually see. It's not full motion capture. Like it is, but I mean like it's really good.
That was the crazy thing about War of the Planet of the Apes. It was a stunningly good-looking movie. The CGI was like just outstanding. Like, hopefully it doesn't age bad in a few years, but you can see Andy Serkis in Caesar. It was really weird, and you can really see his face, but it also still looked like a chimp.
Yeah.
And it's like they managed to really find that line well, where you can see Andy Serkis' eyes and his facial expressions, and kind of like strange looking, but
And it works too in the sense of like because his character evolved to become more human-like.
yeah, exactly.
It works in that context
Yeah,
too.
for sure. And the
That's a
ages.
good fucking trilogy of movies.
That was. I like the third one the best. That was a really good movie.
I rewatched them. Oh yeah, third one's really good. I had a really shitty quality. I gotta rewatch it again with the good quality.
Yeah, you got
The audio was fucked on it. But I really love the first. I forgot how really good the first one is.
Yeah, that was.
Like I fucking loved the first one.
I watched Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, and I watched the DVD, and I didn't realize I didn't have the subtitles on. So it's like the first 20 minutes, and all these like exactly, they were signing. I'm like, what the hell was going on? Like, how am I supposed to understand? And I realized I could turn the subtitles. And I was like, so I had to go all the way back and watch what I just missed.
And you probably didn't miss that much, to be honest.
Not really, but like I still like would have nice to have known what they were talking.
I had that for Snowpiercer. For Snowpiercer, they started talking Korean, I think, maybe, near the end.
Yeah.
And I'm like, do I need to know what they're
Yeah.
saying? It's like, oh, I just didn't have the subtitles.
Yeah, no, I something like that. They start speaking Spanish.
Chappie was that too.
I haven't seen Chappie.
You ever seen Chappie? Oh, sorry, District 9.
Oh, that was a great film,
On that subject, though, one of the weirdest ones I ever had was I downloaded the movie Legion. You ever see that one? Paul Bettany.
I haven't seen it, but I've heard.
It's like they're like in a diner and like angels and shit, demons
Yeah.
come and shit. But I still haven't seen the last like 10 minutes of that movie because at the last 10 minutes with the version I downloaded, it just cuts to Spanish. And people start talking Spanish. I'm like, what the fuck? So I still haven't seen it. I don't know how it ends.
Yeah, that's interesting. Do you watch the TV show Legion? Or no, it's not the same.
I haven't watched season 2 yet.
Neither have I. I'm so behind. I haven't seen season 2 of Westworld yet. I haven't seen season 2 of Legion yet. I'm so behind.
I haven't seen season 2 of ATL or Atlanta.
No, I haven't seen season 2 of that either. No. I'm still
I'm
actually just going through
super
season 1.
Of Atlanta?
Yeah, I really like it, but I just like it's because it's like a slow watch, and it's hard. When things are on Netflix now, it's just you don't end up watching them half as much as you would have.
I've been watching a lot more, on Netflix. Because, like, it's really getting really hard to stream shit nowadays.
Exactly.
It's getting really hard.
Yeah,
Um,
they're doing the best to stop us right now.
I watched Barry. I watched the first episode of Barry.
Oh, is it good? I've heard good things.
It's weird, like, Bill Hader's, like, doesn't do much in it at the beginning, but it's really funny. It's not really funny, but it's, like, a cool concept for a show. Like,
Yeah.
it plays out well. I liked it. Or watching it.
I do want to check that out. That's another one of my. It's never ending list.
There's so many things, man. Like, shit I haven't watched. I watched all of that 4-part series on Netflix about Evil Genius. I think it was called The Evil Genius. It's about the bomb. The guy who had the bomb.
Yeah,
Did you watch that?
Yep, yeah.
So good.
It was good. It was a bit underwhelming to what I thought it'd be. Cause I just watched Wild Wild Country, which was like outstanding, and then I heard this was good, just as good. I thought it was really good. It was still an interesting watch, but I still was like on the high of Wild Wild Country, which I thought was just superb, and then just to come out to Evil Genius was a little bit below. So maybe that's just kind of ruined it for me.
For sure, because I haven't seen Wild Wild Country.
Oh,
But I know, like, I could see it in that context because it's not as long. Like, Wild Wild Country is a lot longer.
2 episodes longer, yeah.
But, like, the episodes are longer, too.
Yeah, like 55 minutes.
But with this one, it's like, it's kind of, it was a lot more adds on to it and it keeps adding, but it's not like making a murder or anything where it's like mysteries.
No,
like, you could know everything.
That's the
you
thing.
can know who gets evicted. It's just kind of interesting. You're kind of like, who's in on it? And like,
Well, that's the thing. I think the Wild Wild Country was very.
I haven't seen Wild Wild Country.
Yeah, I won't ruin it for you, but
I've heard enough about it.
It's very down the line where it's not like. I don't think it's trying to attack anyone or trying to like marginalize anyone. I think it's just trying to like let them talk and like okay, it won't like cut around the facts to like to side with anyone. But I think with like Evil Genius, the whole time he's trying to hammer it home that this woman did it. This woman like is hiding information the whole time.
Yeah,
he's on like a very personal agenda. You can
Yeah.
tell. He keeps going. I mean, and like making a murderer is kind of flipped, where they're trying to like prove that he's innocent. They hammer it home that he's innocent. But I feel like at the same time, there's still like you come out with making a murder, and you really I don't know. I still like feel like I don't know if he did it or not.
I think I don't know. Like for me, I think he definitely did one of them. 'Cause there's 2, right?
Yeah, we
I
don't
think
mean the first one. They proved that he did the first one.
So that could have been one, but also like I don't think Brendan Dassey.
No, I agree as well.
Poor kid just wanted to go to WrestleMania.
Yeah, that was kind of weirdly heartbreaking. Like,
Oh
that.
man, that was soul crushing. And then when he almost got out to go to WrestleMania, and then they wouldn't let him out.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, he's out.
I don't know. I agree. I don't think he had anything to do with it, but
That or he's just an evil genius, and he's just playing like that. Maybe he's like Charlie.
he's been doing this whole time.
Charlie from.
It's Always Sunny. Yeah,
That was hilarious.
that was a good parody.
That was a really good parody.
That was a season though. Like for the first half was great, and the second half was bad.
I think they tried to. Yeah, they had that cricket episode, which sucked. I wasn't a fan of that one. Had some weird ones.
Yeah, but the Mick got cancelled, right? Which was Kate Nelson's show. Did AP Bio get cancelled?
No, I think. Oh, I don't know. I think it got renewed. Which I'm
It
pumped
did?
for because it's a really good show.
I felt like
Highly recommend EP Bio.
I just want him to come back. The spoilers.
Oh, he's gonna.
Yeah, I think he's gonna come back. They've been posting pictures of the set, and he's not there. But I think they're
No,
going to do that regardless. But yeah, I think he'll come back.
Yeah. But anyways, like EP Bio, couldn't recommend it more. It's really, really well done.
Yeah.
It's funny. He's great in it. Cool concept. Good ending. Yeah, I really loved it.
Yeah. Something that doesn't surprise me, not EP Boss, Alex Inc., Zach Braff's new show got cancelled.
You're such a big boner for Alex Braff.
No,
or Zach
Braff. No, I'm not surprised. I haven't even seen it actually. I like you can just tell from the trailers like this like because he's trying to like do a podcast, right? It just didn't feel like it had the right tone or anything like that. It just I don't know. It just felt all over the place. For
Alex Inc. was a podcast.
Yeah, it's about a podcast. Like he leaves his corporate job to start a podcast.
Oh, so
a podcast company.
Rick Off Peter's show.
Yeah. So like it's yeah, I don't know. It never got found its groove or its tone or its.
You said you didn't even see it.
I can tell. You can just tell. You can just tell when you're watching a trailer and like you just can like you see all the red flags and you're like. But where was I going with this? But the whole Brooklyn Nine-Nine controversy as well recently. Not controversy. It's just like the whole like outroar when it got cancelled.
Well, you know why it got cancelled?
Because it's too expensive, and it wasn't. The ratings were low.
So there's a lot that went into it. Fox just bought WWE SmackDown.
Right.
Fox Senior SmackDown, and they have Thursday Night Football. So those are two big slots.
I heard that.
That's Thursday and Friday.
Yeah, they didn't have a slot to put it in.
Then they also have, apparently, from what I heard, shows like Lucifer, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and Last Man Standing. Apparently, it's something like Warner Bros. Brothers owns those shows or something, but Fox just airs them.
Oh.
And
so
maybe distributes them or something. So it's like they're not getting any money from those shows, and it's kind of confusing. It's like if it might be that like they're super popular overseas and like DVD sales and stuff like that.
And Netflix as well.
But it's like they're not getting. It's not popular on TV, so they're not getting a lot of money.
In general, TV is not getting the same ratings as it was.
So it's basically the thing was like they don't own it,
and because it has
they're not getting money from it.
And because it has a huge cast, it's a very expensive show to make, I imagine. So, but apparently that's like part of the going to NBC. They're going to cut a lot of their salaries down in order to afford it. And they didn't have a slot to put it in. The ratings were progressively dropping. Like I hadn't seen. I only got to like season.
Seen it in a while, yeah.
First 3 seasons, and I liked it enough. I really liked the first season. I thought it was like really, really funny. And I really liked the show then. And I think then it very quickly started to wane.
I don't know. For me, yeah, it's been weird, man. Like that show, The Mindy Project, Last Man on Earth. Like I don't know what happened, but it just all those shows. I love them. And then I don't know if it was like a season break or mid-season break, and I just never got back into them.
I still like Last Man on Earth. Like it kind of defies all like storytelling after the first season. The first season's kind of still kind of generic in the fact that it's kind of the same episode structure. Like he does something, and the whole time he has to try and redeem himself. Like, and he keeps going around the circle, and that it's just kind of like
got dark as fuck.
Yeah, it definitely changed tone. I
just watched season. I was rewatching season 3. Like I hadn't finished season 3.
Yeah.
So I watched them today. And the one guy, the Asian guy, just dies because flying the airplane.
Yeah.
And they play him. You're ready to go, and then he goes, crashes, and he's like, he wasn't ready. It's like you just killed a character off. Like, I get that, but it's common.
Well,
you played in that sense.
When they first killed Phil, I suppose.
Because there was no joke at all. Like, it was serious.
That was when it was like, wow. And then they had the whole thing when
Jason Sudeikis.
Yeah, well, you don't know if he's dead, I suppose. He probably is.
What season did they just finish 4?
Yeah.
Oh, so I'm not caught up.
No, I didn't even write. I just realised I'm not caught up.
So I watched only season 3.
Yeah, so I've only seen the first 3 seasons. Oh, maybe we're missing out on something.
Maybe he does come back.
Maybe.
No, the only good thing about Last Man on Earth getting cancelled is?
What's that?
We might get MacGruber 2. Will Forte said he would not do a sequel to MacGruber unless Last Man on Earth got cancelled.
Really?
But he also said that around I think it was he said if season 1 or 2 didn't get renewed he would, and then it kept going. But I'm torn on that though, because MacGruber is so great that how can you make it's either you can't really redo it. It's either going to be funny or shittier. It's like
how many sequels have we seen that come out a decade after the first one came out, and it's just not fun.
Apparently Super Trooper 2 is pretty good.
Is it actually though?
The trailer
is terrible.
See the first trailer I saw, then I saw a second trailer and I was like, oh, it's actually pretty good. It's a completely different. They did a good idea. They kind of switched it up enough. It was like 21 Jump Street, 22 Jump Street. It's it was switched up not a lot, but enough to where it worked. Where it's like this one, they're like going to Canada and stuff. Like it seems like a good.
I don't know always think it was like Anchorman 2 because like, the first one I really loved, and they do the second one, and it's like it's a really really weird story that doesn't kind of work, but with the same jokes from the first one, which are just kind of like very like, oh yeah, we've heard this before.
Zoolander.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing, but like, and like those movies too, they only work in like, it seems like those movies are just single form. It's like you made it, it's done, you can't do anything else. You told what you need to tell. That seems like it's like with MacGruber. I wouldn't be opposed, like you do another one, who cares if it sucks, it sucks. It's not going to ruin the first one.
Yeah.
Although Goon 2 almost ruined Goon 1 for me, but...
the weird one for me, I suppose it wasn't ever like, the first one wasn't a great film. So when the sequel came out like really quite recently, and it was actually okay, it was more surprising than that was Jumanji.
Oh my god, that movie was amazing.
I actually didn't dislike the new one, because it knew what it was, and it played on it, and it still got a bit cliched towards the end, but it did have its like good moments, and it had its redeeming moments, and the Rock and Kevin Hart's chemistry is pretty.
That movie worked big time off of the actors.
Yeah,
the way they could play the way in their like role reversals and shit, like it was perfect.
Oh, Jack Black seemed to have so much fun in that. That's probably his best role for a long time.
I thought too when I saw the trailer, I was like, ugh, he's playing like a girl, like this. Like I don't find that funny, but he was perfect in it.
Yeah,
he was great. Kevin Hart was great. Yeah, it was all. That was really well. But the thing with that one, it was like it was a completely different cast, all knew everything.
Yeah.
And it was a nice nod. Like it took me a second to get the nod to the original. Did you get it right away?
No.
Did you know what it was?
I don't know if I do.
Oh, whenever they find Nick Jonas and he's in his little hut, he's like, "This is Al," or what's Robin Williams' character in the movie? But it's like Alan. Yeah, it's Alan. It's like, this is like Alan's house. I just live here.
Oh,
that's because that's where he was. He was in Jumanji, right? Because he was in Jumanji.
Yeah, I didn't pick that up.
Yeah, so it took me like 10 minutes, 15 minutes after I turned to my brother. I was like, "Oh shit!" Look at that. Yeah, it was a nice little subtle callback to it.
Yeah.
My theory though got stumped. I thought Nick Jonas was going to be playing the kid from the first Jumanji movie.
Oh yeah,
I thought it was going to be him grown up and he's going to be sucked into the game. It wasn't though.
Turned out to be Colin Hanks.
Yeah, which was like, I always love shit like that when it's like they just throw somebody out there and you're like, oh shit, that's Colin Hanks.
What's he doing here?
But they do that in Game Night. I don't know if you saw
Game
Night.
I heard that's meant to be. Oh, I heard it was good.
I did. Nobody saw it. One like it's a typical Hollywood comedy. It's like Office Christmas Party. It's like all those movies where it's like big budget, over the top shit. It wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be.
Office Christmas Party is awful.
But people like it. People think it's funny because.
But where with the joke?
There are jokes. We just like it's a different sense of humor.
Yeah,
like a lot of my friends really like that movie, and I get it. It's like that's their sense of humor. It's just we come at it a different way.
Yeah. I didn't find it funny.
No, that's the thing. Like I get why those movies are appealing though. It's a typical blockbuster movie. Like if I have the one movie idea me and Fab have about the hockey dads.
Okay.
When I'm talking to him, like we can easily make this a blockbuster movie. Like I know the plot. Like I know which way to go. Where it's like if we want to try to make it in a different, like more of like a regular kind of like $30 million movie, or if you want to go big budget, like you could go in different directions.
Oh, even we had our spy movie idea. That could go super Hollywood easily.
Yeah,
very actiony.
It's way that you could. Yeah, it's hard to explain what it is. Like, but you know what it is when you see it.
I think it's non-stop stuff happening. It's never like
stuff
lulling, and it's very like, oh, someone's gonna fall into the wall, or
it's not
grounded.
Like,
yeah, someone's gonna like take a load of drugs and go crazy, and then someone's gonna like say an inappropriate sexual comment. Like it's just always something's happening, something, and it turns out like it's always going from one person to the next, and someone's gonna do something crazy.
But it's also like, but to an extent, because like 21 Jump Street has those moments, but I wouldn't consider that like a blockbuster type comedy. You know what I mean? Like it still has those like they take the drugs, go crazy and shit, but it just seems different. I don't know.
Yeah, what's that like?
It's hard to explain.
Sisters, I think, that's the one I was thinking. Like it always just felt like it was escalating. And to the point that's always just trying to like, let's keep going higher, let's keep going higher.
That's the thing, it's like, okay, maybe that's what it is. It's like built on one specific, that's what it is, it's built on one specific premise.
Yeah.
Where it almost takes place in like one night. So it's like game nights one night, Office Christmas Party one night.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So it's like, this is the one night where there's no whole
big party.
Going crazy. And that's the base, and they just go building.
It's an over the top
crumbles down.
Yeah, just one big party, yeah.
Exactly. And it keeps going up, and then, there's a lot of party films now.
Yeah, so that's why, and that's like the Hockey Dads movie would be about like building to like a big party at an away hockey tournament.
Yeah.
But
It's like one thing the sisters went. Oh, when he fell on the what was it, the carousel thing?
oh yeah,
Oh,
like Baron-House, yeah.
oh, that was horrible.
But anyways, game night. Chet, do you want me to tell you about it? Do you care?
Yeah, go on.
Michael C. Hall. Dexter.
Yeah.
He's just like randomly. I'm like, oh, what the fuck?
But I actually been watching Safe on
Oh
Netflix.
my god, that looks terrible.
It's been average.
It's weird, and it's his accent.
It's actually a very convincing accent.
But it's weird. It's like he's not
No,
British.
he's not
right?
British. That's what I had to check. I had to Google it. I had to wait, is he? Because it's not like he's not like he's just doing an English accent. He's doing a very
Specific kind of one.
specific accent.
So
like,
it sounds kind of like you know it's fake, but it could.
It's not like an it's not like an average American doing an English accent, which is what he's doing, a very particular accent, which is very close. And it's like, wait, is that his real voice? I don't know.
Weird,
It really threw me.
Yeah.
But it's I don't know. It's not really grabbing me right now. I watched the first 2 episodes and it's like, okay.
I looked at the trailer and I turned it off.
I'm not intrigued enough to keep avidly watch it, but I'm like, I got nothing else to do. I'll watch an episode.
Did you see the new movie with John Cho?
No.
You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Harold and Kumar guy?
Yeah. I said. Yeah, I know. John
No, I mean the guy. Yeah.
Oh, is this the one that's meant to be really, really good or something like that?
Oh no, it's all off of like a webcam.
Oh, okay.
So it's all off a webcam, and it's like his daughter disappears, and he's trying to find her.
Oh.
So everything is like the webcam, or it's like video and shit.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a cool idea, but it seems like it's like 5 years too late.
Yeah. When everyone was
I don't know. It could be pretty good, but those ones are weird. Like, I don't know. You have to check the trailer for it. It's interesting.
It's weird how everyone wants to do the kind of handheld or steady cam kind of feature now. Like you had was it Tangerine that's filmed on iPhones and stuff like that. Like
it's cheap, but it's also the thing is like it's cheap, but a lot of people are doing it for the gimmick, not because it's cheap. It seems like Tangerine they did that just because they didn't have money. Where it's like nowadays it's like, oh, we're gonna do it as a gimmick.
Yeah.
It's like, oh look, we filmed it on an iPhone. It's like you guys, you got like a studio budget. Like you're clearly just doing that for the sake of doing it.
Yeah, that's true. But I'm always game for a good steady cam, like the Revenant. That was a good steady cam. It's a real good steady cam.
Makes up for nothing happening.
No,
I was kidding.
No.
It is really beautifully shot, but it is fairly slow.
I loved it.
Oh no, I have nothing against it. I'm just saying it's a lot of lulls.
Yeah. Speaking of lulls, should we start to wrap this up?
That's a pod.
That's it. You can go home now. You're probably already at home, but still.
But yeah, thanks for listening. As always, watch our videos too.
Yeah.
Got some good shiz on there.
What do you think, so?
And Kick Punch Stomp. Check that out.
Oh, it's the thing I'm not in.
You can be in it if you want. You just refuse to be in it.
I don't.
We're doing a lot of UFC shit lately, so
No,
you can
that's
come
true.
to that.
Maybe I can.
But yeah, anyways, peace.
There it is.